Whoa, UFC 260. Don't forget, like, comment, bet hashtag best bet in the comments. Subscribe, enter to win a free UFC hat when I hit 100 subscribers. Well, guys, UFC 260. What a night. I don't think it really disappointed anybody. It had its highs, it had its lows, but for the most part, I think it was a pretty solid card. And we've had some interesting things that came about. All right, so Kama Worthy, he got TK'd fast. He got put down quick. He didn't even make it out of the first minute. Is what I was worried about. His chin is gone. It's just gone. It's not there anymore. It's a wrap. C'est la vie. He needs some more rest. I was worried about the turnaround on his chin. He looked loose, but that's where the chin goes away, guys. It's in the training room. When you're in that training room and you're doing too much hard sparring, and considering his last fight where they were throwing those bombs, it's one of those things. Like, he's gonna have to do something. A lot of recovery. He needs some time off. Get his chin right. That, on the other hand, Jamie Malarkey wasn't handing out any malarkey. He put him down. From women's flyweight, we had Jillian Robertson versus Miranda Maverick. Miranda got it done. Went 3 rounds, got the decision. That's just living the grind, getting it done. Moving on to bantamweight, Sean O'Malley, Tommy Guns Almeida, Sean Sugar O'Malley, however you want to go with that. So Sean had a few stumbling blocks, but not in the way that you would think. He looked great in that fight. He was moving well, putting in work. But I honestly think he could have got Tommy Guns out in that first round with that head kick. He put him down hard. He put him down fast. He was looking for that walk-off KO, and that almost cost him the fight because Tommy, to his credit, came back, won that second round. I'd have to give it to Tommy with the takedown. It was a close round, but I think Tommy had that second round. Sean came back, dominated the third, and was able to put him out with those hands of steel, putting down Tommy Guns. And then there was I don't know. At first, when I spoke about this, it was a sad affair. Tyrone Woodley, Vicente Luque. Vicente, put him out, put him down. Tyrone couldn't get out of the first round. That being said, Tyrone looked pretty good. It was a good fight. It was a war. The problem is the announcers, when they talk about Mr. Woodley, they have to bring up the fact that he hasn't been able to win a round. And that goes for his last fight against Kobe, against Gilbert, against Usman. This is his 4th fight where he hasn't won a round. I'd be surprised if the UFC doesn't cut him. And I'd be sad to see him go. I hope, that people are reporting on him falsely in that, he still has some money, some investments left. Some people are saying that, he might have spent a lot of his money on the frivolities. But I hope Tyrone's going to be okay. Maybe he'll run over to Bellator. I hope he could, retire and walk off into the sunset, the true gangster that he is. But, all we can do is help. And then for the main entree, the main course, the main event, Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou. And Francis did Francis. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Francis dominated. I'd have to give Francis the first round, and obviously the second round's where he put Stipe out. And he was more patient. He was more measured. I've stated this before. And he did what he had to do, and he knocked Stipe all the way out. Definitely the worst loss Stipe's had in a very long time. And Francis Ngannou, he's the man now. He's the champ. Looking forward to seeing him against John. I'm actually hoping Stipe takes a year off. If he decides to come back, I wouldn't be sad if he retired. I think, again, Tyrone's, I feel like he's doing it too long. Unless he gets the Bellator, Tyrone that is, and gets a magical resurgence with good nutrition and supplementation. I'm just going to leave that at that. And then Stipe Miocic, if he goes to Bellator or one. Anyway, I hope Tyrone actually retires. But Stipe, on the other hand, he is the most decorated heavyweight champion the UFC's ever had. He's the most winningest UFC heavyweight champion they've ever had. I hope Stipe takes this loss and walks away from the sport personally. I just hate to see guys stay in too long and take too big of a beating. It's Francis' time. He was patient. Should be an amazing fight against Francis against Johnny Bones Jones. John's got his he's got his work cut out for him, because Francis hits anybody, it might go night-night. But again, John's probably the more skilled guy. I don't want to get too deep into it right now. Like I said before, Stipe should have won. That being said, Francis can knock anyone out at any time. And to be fair, Francis won the first round. He was winning the second for however long that went. And by should, I just mean skill for skill. Stipe is a super skilled guy. Francis, though, has the great eraser, as Teddy Atlas would call it, the great eraser. And he used it and put our former UFC heavyweight champion out. So there we go. And new UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Francis Ngannou, officially the baddest man on the planet. Glove for glove, guy for guy. In one room, Francis is probably going to win. Let's go, champ. Like, subscribe, comment, #bestbet. Win a UFC hat. Let's go, champ.